Hanging out with you on this Monday morning, sitting in for Dave. Morning, Dave, who's taking the week off. He'll be back next week, and it's that time of the morning. We're going to check in with Phillip Statler of Statler Financial Services. He's going to give us an update on what's going on with the markets. Hey, Phillip, how are you?
Hey, good morning, Doug. Yeah, glad to welcome to Highlands County. I guess Ian was a nice little welcoming gift for you.
Yep, my initiation.
Hey, as we have now closed out the first 3 quarters of this year, and so I thought we'd start with just kind of a little bit of a recap of how things ended up the month and the quarter. So September was not a good month, folks. The Dow was down 8.8%. The S&P 500 was down like 9.3%. The NASDAQ was a big loser for the month of September, down 10.5%. We've not seen things like this since the third quarter of 2020. So some big declines. And then we look at the third quarter as a whole. And I guess if we hadn't had September, the third quarter would have been in pretty good shape. But we did have September. And so the third quarter ended up down across the board. The Dow was down 6.66%. The S&P 500 was down 5.28%. And the NASDAQ was down 4.11% for the third quarter. Now, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, this is a third consecutive down quarter for them. That's the first time that we've seen that since 2009. And remember, 2009 was coming off of that major bear market. So it's been a while since we've seen these kind of returns when it comes to the indexes as a whole. This is the first Monday of the fourth quarter and for October. So this is really the first trading day of that time period. So if we look at kind of what's happening and what we can look at coming up, there's not a lot this first week, at least not for the first couple of days. And we have a couple things that'll come in later this morning. The manufacturing index comes out this morning about 10. The big one that comes out today about 10 is going to be the construction spending. That one's always important for us, especially in Highlands County, where we're still doing some major construction and still have real estate doing very well. Tuesday, we'll have the jobs report in terms of how many job openings there are, as well as factory orders. Wednesday, we've got the ADP numbers come out. And then Thursday is always jobless, whether first-time claims. And then Friday will actually be the official report from the government on non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rates and those type of things. So we do have a little bit of stuff coming out later in the week. But as we start on the earnings front, this first week, there's not a lot that comes out this week when it comes to earnings. So that's what we're looking at there. I will say that everything's kind of green as we start off this morning. And oil is kind of one of the big things that's on the forefront. Oil's taking a big jump today, almost up 5%. And so the reason for that is there's a lot of talk right now that OPEC is meeting, and they are supposed to cut their production substantially. I saw numbers in the 1 to 1.25 million barrels decrease in their production. So that's going to push oil prices higher back up because they've been sitting below 80 now longer than what they like it to be. So we're going to see oil prices going up a little bit here in this week. The like I said, not much in the way of news yet for this first quarter. We'll have a few things, I think, tomorrow. Let's just talk about interest rates real quick before we bail out this morning. We are still under pressure when it comes to the interest inversion rates. The 30-year is trading at 3.8, and we've got the 2-year at 4.2. We've got the 10-year at 3.8. So still have that inversion in the interest rates, and that's not good, giving us some indication that the recession is out there looming. So with that, let's just kind of look at where we are today as we get ready to open up. We've got the Dow 30 up a little over 1%, 296 points. The S&P 500 is up almost 1%, up about $35. And the NASDAQ 100 up 0.6%. The big winner this morning is going to be the Russell 2000 small cap stocks, up 1.1% right now. On the other side of the coin, silver is making a big jump this morning, up 3%. Gold, well, that's kind of lagging. It's only up 0.25%, still below $1,700 an ounce. Crude oil, like I said, up almost 5%. Right now, it's trading about $83.41 a barrel. So a lot of stuff going on as we get ready to start this fourth quarter. We are hopeful that we can break out of this bear market cycle and pull back into just some green numbers as we kind of head into this fourth quarter and what those numbers may look like. So with that, I'm trying to think what else I can really lead with here, Doug. I think that's probably about it. As we
all right, well,
look.
That sounds good. Tell everybody how they can get in touch with you.
Absolutely, Doug. So, hey, there's a lot of stuff going on, right? We've got the hurricane issues. People are trying to still look at what's happening in the marketplace, what's happening for their 401k. And that's why we developed our core retirement design at Statler Financial to help people have the retirement they always dreamed of. Give us a call at 863-382-0037 to schedule your core retirement design. And then catch us this weekend for the Statler Financial Radio Show, 6 a.m. and noon on Saturday, 10 a.m. Sunday morning on Highlands News Talk 730, 95.3 FM. Hey, and join us again tomorrow where Doug and I will be back in giving you a little update on what's happening on the current marketplace.
This is your captain speaking. We're expecting fair skies and smooth flight.
Hey, folks, again, I want to thank you for joining us today. I hope that you have survived the hurricane and that you have a great week this week coming up. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care. Until then.